Okay. We can... All the socials are out of the way. It's all set up. Good. Hopefully. Hello, Ian! Oh, wait. Give me a second. Look, Selkie. I was doing thing. You should know how not proper my scheduling is. Specifically when it comes to streams. Hello, Fane! Man, I don't know what to, like... I don't know what Genma Borg looks like. I don't know what he should sound like. Looking at weeb shit, no doubt. Look. Don't at me. Hello, Aaron. Deep, probably. I don't. He could be a normal built person, you know. Tell me I'm wrong, Josh. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I was not. I was not playing a thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ho there. A large dragon comes into view and approaches us. Oh, it's this guy. Oh, I see. I've seen. He's in the preview key art. On like the Ichto. Oh my god, excuse me. The Ichto page. Thanks for adding that to my history. Look, Fane. Everyone, and I mean everyone, needs to add more Wicross in their life. I'm just saying. Even the weird idol reboots, like... good morning. Such a towering man. Arms are thick as tree trunks, of course. Horns as sharp as, Brumbles? Brumbles. That YouTube thumbnail. Fine, I understand. His eyes as golden glow, and they were without black pupils. I see. The way he looked at me told me he wasn't blind, so he seemed to follow every twitch and fumble. The grand sigil on his arms, I see. On his arm was more elaborate than any I'd seen before. He'd worn it like a badge of pride, in stark contrast with the way Alan had told me to hide my own. This looks bad. I'm sorry. He looks at the one brandishing weapons. Lower your steel, you two, and stop pointing that thing at them. Signy? You spooked them. Not to harm the watchman. He has sigil. Alan made his way back, almost ignoring their threatening stance. I've been made aware of the watchman's sigil, old man. Then we have nothing more to say. Probably Signy? Yeah. It's fine. But you do.
I have questions, and you have answers. We've been waiting for you to show up since Chillass informed me of your encounters. I've told him I want nothing to do with you. Still, I insist we speak. 'Tis a saying, love before war. I have no love for Umbral. Do you speak for all your friends?
He does. I force myself to nod in agreement. He stares me in the eye. The dragon regarded each of us with his piercing gaze. Look, Aaron, is it not supposed to be Chillass? How is it supposed to be pronounced? Also, hi Chase. Hello. Welcome. Like, how is it supposed to be pronounced, Aaron? Is it Chillass? Is it Chillace? I don't know. He stares me in the eye. The dragon... Oh, yes, there was no malice on his face, but I saw through the wrinkles and the unflinching movement of his eyes and brow that he was possessed by powerful conviction. Whatever he thinks, his thoughts are unshakable. There is little room to sway in his mind.
I'm not introducing myself.
You wanted to be... No, how is it pronounced, Aaron? Don't do this to me. Don't. Please. Aaron, please understand.
I am Genmaborg of the Umbral. Of Umbral.
Why not a Metalborg? Like, come on.
And these are my companions. We must speak of our common ills, please.
Alan glowered at him, unlike anyone I had ever seen before. He would never deal with such a person. Wait, Kylus? Wait, how is it? How is it? Wait. There's a like Greek key, like the Keyblade. Not the Keyblade, but the Keyblade. They're different. They're spelled differently. I swear. But Kylus? Okay. I wish I could be as brave as Jimsar right now, but I am afraid. All of them are poised to defend me if push comes to shove. I'm afraid for all of us. In this instant, I realize I don't so much care for my own life, but that I want to help save Jimsar and the allay Alan's worries. Chillass works for the brand, though. But I want to be able to say names correct. That's the goal. Like, I cannot perish or allow myself to lose at this. Quagmire? Quagmire? Quagmire. Of magical and mundane forces. This is yet another obstacle. I've gotten better at talking. I haven't. Fuck. And this man seems to be a talker. The first one was Quagmire? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how you talk.
My Chillass has told me about the unfortunate scuffle that took place in the chariot, and that his former master happened to be present, as well as injured innocents. And injured enemies as well.
He glared at Jimsar.
The son of the Marshal of the Watch. You would be a useful hostage. Perhaps I shall take you with us. I'd sooner die than go anywhere with you. I know you would. All watchmen are, doom-drunken fools.
Then fight me. Tell your men to stand down. Or are you too afraid to face me yourself? Jimsar, look at this whole man's. He could crush you between one arm. Like, he would just flex and you would die.
Me? Fight you? Ha! Would you like that, boy?
If that's what it takes. Jimsar takes a step forward. Jimsar, don't!
Oh, Pervader.
I am not a Pervader.
Yes, your spirit seems to be very reluctant to accept that reality. Yet you have our sigil, and nothing will change that. Among our kind, it is a very, very unfortunate thing to kill one another.
Don't pretend to care so much when you've killed so many.
You have killed many more. Shall we count our losses or our blessings, sir? Either way, fortune will not be on your side today.
What do you want? The dragon huffs with amusement.
No, Pervader.
The dragon paces towards Jimsar. Stop right there!
Why? You can't fight me if I don't get closer.
I'm warning you, I'll slice open your throat. Genmaborg inches closer, though Jimsar hesitates.
Will you really? Let us test.
The dragon stops only a few steps away from the watchman. He stares.
Here I am, watchman. Genmaborg of Umbral. The most wretched enemy of the Inquisition, right in front of you. Unarmed, unshielded, unfavored. My magic useless in your presence. You could strike me down right now. My companions would deal with you in the aftermath for sure, but I would be defeated. Do it, and they will sing songs in your name, and drink in your honor for years to come. Jimsar Amoro.
Amoro? Okay.
Son of the Marshal of the Watch, the hero who fought and killed Genmaborg, dying honorably in battle. Your father would be proud. And any of you are betters would leap at the opportunity to sacrifice themselves to end my life. Though many have tried it before, you are the first to get this close. I've allowed it. Tell me, sir. Jimsar, I am very curious. Can you do it, right here, right now? Would you lift your blade against me and trade our lives? Is the threat of my existence against you? Is the threat of my existence against you, your kind, and your country, greater than the value of your own life?
I looked around and saw tension in everyone's shoulders and stares. His companions did not expect him to put on this fatal gambit. Jimsar stood still, though his breathing was haggard and his nostrils flared. Any sudden movement could send everyone into action. Jimsar. The fear and temptation of killing this man is taking its toll on him. He was sweating and shaking. The tip of his sword trembled as his fingers grew more and more unsteady. It's not worth it, Jimsar. He took a couple steps back, looking drained and, for the first time that I've ever known, feeble.
I see. I do not blame you for your weakness. Do not fret, for all Pervaders must struggle with it. 'Tis a blessing and a curse.
Alan grabbed Jimsar's shoulder as Genmaborg stepped back.
Okay, laddie.
Why?
Calm down, lad. Breathe. He does not know of,
Wait. Mine? Mean? Mine?
Does he, old bear? You should have told him. Look at this poor boy.
Jimsar was still trembling, as his eyes were, were wide and beady, as if he had, suffered a shock.
He fights against himself, not knowing why he struggles.
Oh my god. Excuse me. Jesus. It's fine. Don't worry about that. It's all fine.
He fights against himself, not knowing why he struggles. Not understanding the war of urges that carry on within him. Stop this torture, you madman!
Alan pulled him away from the dragon. Jimsar stumbles as he moved back and poked his sword into the ground to keep himself from kneeling over. I rushed to his aid and helped him stand upright with his arm around my shoulder. He was panting and snarling in pain. Look, don't make fun of me and my sneeze. It's fine.
He tortures himself, old bear. The poor fool knows nothing of his new condition. Why haven't you taught him to temper his hatred? What the hell is this? What is happening to me?
You're gay. It's fine.
You feel too strongly, drunk on the desire to kill. It is wasting you. How? You're magic. It shouldn't be working on me. This is not magic. This is your own soul eating away at you. Acting against you.
Jimsar pushed himself away from me, standing on his own shaky legs. He grabbed his weapon with both hands and tried to lift it, but he could barely bring it above his waist. His movements were exerted, as if lifting an incredible weight, yet the tip could only reach a foot off the ground. If he keeps this upright, he'll grind his teeth into nothing.
Have you ever asked yourself why there are so few Pervaders and fighting forces? The Inquisition doesn't allow it. The Inquisition does not have influence in all quarters of the world. Boristia, Kihana, and half of Orthane is free of the domain. The lands beyond the flanking seas, know little of your crusade. None of them employ Pervaders as soldiers, not for the lack of trying, however. Lords and kings everywhere in the world are desperate to obtain the services of a war mage. Yet, their calls always fall on deaf ears. It is against our nature to accept this kind of work. Don't pretend to be pacifists. We are closer to the state of peace than any other people in this world. It is you who brings destruction upon our heads. I've had enough of your lies. You will listen, boy, for your own good. The wrath within you has become an infection. You wish to put an end to my life, but your entire being now screams against that desire. The sigil on your body has given you a bond that you may never break. Now you've felt it. When a Pervader succumbs to murderous intentions against one of his own, all measure of control are angled away from that thought. A killing becomes an unbearable act.
Pellinine? Okay. Maybe I'll remember that, Kenta. Maybe. That is a firm maybe.
It is a deeply ingrained sentiment, not unlike the fear of slipping from the parapet of a great tower. This feeling is called the it is our one true law as users of the sigil. Whether you like it or not, you suffer because you fight against it. As much as you would like to see me dead, a deeper part of you now prevents crossing that threshold. You may never kill a Pervader ever again. Damn you and your magic tricks! I don't want it! I am not a Pervader.
Jimsar throws a deadly glare towards the dragon. His eyes are jittery, and much of the fur on his head and the sides of his head had been covered in sweat, as if he was warring against a haunting presence of his own soul. As all the anti-Josh words, what? I like how the italics were like code for note for Josh. Hey, it's fine, it's fine. Against he struggled to control his sword, but it was no use. He could barely keep his twitching fingers around the hilt.
You fight it still. How bold.
Ow! The dragon grasped the edge of the blade with one hand. Oh, what a flex.
You will do nothing.
His fingers flexed, snapping the weapon and almost wrenching it away from Jimsar's loose fingers.
Your hatred is half-hearted, else you would have swung.
He pressed with his freakish strength upon the sword, causing the combined muscle and metal to twitch. His boulder-like fists held firm, with blood trickling down the slits between his fingers. Jimsar tried to pull it back, but he couldn't even nudge it. Then I heard it snap. With a sharp clink, the blade splits in two. Tiny shards pierced the dragon's skin and fell on the ground by his feet. He took the length of the blade and threw it into the grass. Jimsar stumbled and fell backwards, looking dumbfounded at the broken sword that remained in his hand. His eyes were wide and awestruck, lost in a haze of sorrow and fury.
Your methods are weak, boy. Neither your soul nor your steel can harm me. When the coming
calamity, yes.
A calamity falls upon us. You will not be able to resist its dark tide, and many like you will be swept under. Heed this herald. Abandon your enmities, now before it is too late. The Inquisition cannot hope to win, nor can you continue to pretend to be one of them.
Jimsar stood up. His movements were slow and sickly, but his contempt had grown tenfold.
If I cannot persuade you to see the truth, then perhaps you need another cure. Do you know what would happen had you raised your blade against me?
Pelenine. Yes. I didn't scroll up in the chat, I swear.
Pelenine would be spared from your menace. You would have broken the mean and suffered its consequences.
Fuck your mean. How is this pronounced? Is it mine? Mean? It's fine. The dragon chuckled.
No, Pervader. Have you ever been tortured? Your friends in the clergy take great pleasure in finding new ways to inflict pain against our own. They've made a vocation of it. I know they share some of their pain with you. It is part of your training, isn't it? The hazing.
Like mean? Okay. I felt Jimsar ease away from his ire, leaning into me as we stepped back.
The awakening occurs in moments of heightened emotion. Overwhelming happiness, as well as overwhelming pain, can cause the sigil to bloom on our body. Whatever. And so the Watch sends its recruits to hell and back, using strife as a means of weeding out any domain pervaders. They are so fearful of one of us appearing within their midst, discontent with inflicting misery on us all. They must also torture their own. Such madness, such senseless suffering. That kind of pain. It is nothing compared to the torment of disquiet. I've hated your Inquisition in the past, much the same you hate me in this moment. Yet not even I would ever desire that kind of doom upon anyone. I pray you never get to experience it, Watchman.
Jimsar muttered to himself. We have to get rid of these sigils.
Denying your true nature will only lead to more despair.
Oh, okay, we're okay. We're almost to Danganronpa, folks. We're getting to the Spare Land. It's gonna be great.
To hell with you, you creature! I was never supposed to be a pervader. You did this to me. The sigil I have isn't natural. It was created by some weird magic. It must be turned back. Night-Gatine magic is a deep mystery. Given people, the sigil is as strange as taking it away. Whether or not you succeed, I hope you manage to figure out a way to make peace with your condition.
The pause lingered for a while longer. I took the opportunity to study the sigil on his arm. It was strange to see it inscribed into an elaborate circle like that, and neither mine nor Jimsar, nor Alan's, have that feature. The symbol inside was of a triangle, with a small circle set against an inner edge. From what I remember, it was a sigil of the moon, which means he was a seer. I wish I would have spent more time learning about sigils when I was at Valgaron, yeah. I remember very little. Seers have a deeper insight into the world, but I don't know how, or to what extent. Regardless, he is working off knowledge that is special to him. A man like this won't be easy to sway.
What is your name, boy?
Though I couldn't tell exactly where his eyes was pointing, I knew he was addressing me. Remus.
Chillas has told me that you suspect your wound to be fatal.
The other watchman died from it.
What happened?
Do you not know?
I would not be asking you if I knew.
Then why are you so interested in these daggers?
Is it not obvious? The ability to turn shellmen into pervaders is a tool of of importance at this point in time.
I didn't know about their power before you started gathering them. Wait, you didn't know, not I. Whoops. His head jerked slightly as I said that. I think I caught him off guard.
To act, one does not need to know all aspects of the things he wishes to pursue. Only that it is required action. I knew what I had to know. The daggers are the instruments of the revolution, and it is our duty to put them to use.
You didn't know of their power, but you went to all the trouble to collect them. What is this? You're not telling us the truth. He breathed a great sigh. That's not it. This man is not a charlatan, nor mad. I can see it through his strange eyes, that he knows exactly what he's doing. He closes his eyes and tilted his head upward, listening to the whisper of the wind. Then he opened them again, speaking in a low voice.
The future is a puzzle that few people can perceive, all arranged to the tune of an obscure game called reality. This game has players, pieces, boards, value, wild cards, perhaps even an ending, though we are unlikely to experience it in our lifetime. Whatever the rule may be, we are simply pawns in a grand scheme we cannot hope to comprehend. Though us Pervaders have deep insights into the makeup of our world, it is not used to think we can peer into the outside. Life and death, light and dark, virtue and sin, whether in sickness or in clover. Our only purpose is to find equilibrium and to prevent the rise of chaos. This is our world, and we must make it flourish. I cannot help you understand the truth of our existence, but nevertheless, I must act as an agent of ultimacy. I am meant to use these daggers. I have seen it in my visions. Your sight has led you astray. Ha! So you doubt the ghosts of the old bear. I would not have expected Chilas's former master to be so naive. I know your ghosts are real. I doubt your ability to make sense of them. How disappointing. Every seer that has ever lived has had to deal with their responses as
Hold on. Hold on, guys. Wait. Definition.
Fatuous.
Fatus?
Fatuous.
I'm confused now. Fatuous?
Fatuous.
Okay. It's a common word. What do you... I've never seen this before. What do you mean common? Fatuous. Okay. Silly or pointless? Okay. Well, I know for sure that this wasn't fatuous.
A response as fatuous as yours, and yet you still cling to that inner judgment, but no matter.
Do you not read? Look, Kenta, it's fine.
It is the plight of a seer to struggle for the world. When the world cannot see its own folly, I carry that burden without grievance. Come at me with your slings of arrows, your pathetic skepticism for things you will never understand. Say what you will, but I also have my own concerns, and you will address them. Tell me what happened to you.
His tone grew severe. I can't get much more out of him now. As it had happened before, I began explaining the events of that night, and the day soon after. Since then, I had grown more aware of the dream, Shadow's connection with all of these events. The sigil, the affliction, and the dark stranger are all linked. I decided not to tell him about it. Whatever the purpose of my nightly companion, I will need to better understand him, but before I reveal his existence to this rogue.
You were the one to remove the shrapnel from his skin.
Alan nodded.
Did you happen to keep the remains? No, I threw them away. The pieces did not hold on to their enchantment. I see. Genmaborg, we are out here only for one reason. To cure these young men of their affliction. We do not care to fight for or against you and your cause. You must tell me, have you found a means to lift the curse? Not yet. We are close to a breakthrough, however. Do you have any help you can offer? Not at this stage, I'm afraid. Our arcanists are working on this issue. Chilas tells me you're quite an enchanter. I'm sure my men would welcome your aid. You may join us if you wish. Never. We want no part of your war, Genmaborg.
What? It's Josh's particularly EDUs. Stop using big word. It's bad. I don't like this. Unless it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, he won't know it. Looking at you, Ariane. Look, Kenta, it's fine. Look, this just proves that maybe card games can expand people's, vocabulary. Not mine, obviously, but I know more words because of it.
Then I have nothing more for you. You have daggers.
The dragon brought his hand forward. A Nigatine dagger manifested out of the thin air into his palm. He flipped it once, checking it over.
I believe this is one of Chilas's. The one Chilas brought from your antiquarium. They all look the same.
Fade, I know. Just don't call me out on it, though. It's fine.
Will you give it to us?
He pulls the dagger close and sets it under his sash.
Why would I want to do that? I need it. I want to research this enchantment to save their lives. My offer stands. Join us, or find your cure elsewhere.
I could almost hear Alan grinding teeth. He desperately wants that dagger, but knows he can't have it easily. For a moment, I consider whether it would be a good idea to join them. I now understand that the mean of quietude prevents them from harming us. And as well the other way around. No, excuse me. Despite that, I cannot bring myself to trust that we will be safe, and then play a dangerous game. We cannot be certain that their exploits will not cause us harm. A Jimstar would never go through with it, and Alan seems just as opposed to the idea.
What about you?
For a moment, I thought he had just read my mind.
The old bear won't find your cure on his lonesome. You must realize. If you wish to survive, the answer is obvious. Join us. Our arcanist will soon break the spell. It will allow us to do marvelous things in the future. The opportunity is ripe. Do not waste it.
I'm sorry. I cannot trust you.
Then you are foolish as the rest of them. Yet, I cannot fault you for that judgment. Hopefully the curse will not cripple you in the coming months. By that time, it should become clear that Umbral has your best interest at heart, and you will change your mind. Now that even in the darkest hour, Umbral will always welcome you with open arms. Until then, I hope for your survival. Even the Watchman's.
Oh, how nice. He's thinking of Jimmy Boy.
One final warning. The dagger and irons. Wait, Aeon's road is ours. We will not stop you from going there, but you will not obtain it. And if you do obtain it, we will take it away from you.
We'll see about that. The dragon bowed his head and turned to walk away. Wait, no, you were hot. As he moved, each of his underlings began to scatter, disappearing into the, thicket? Thicket. They held their gaze upon us with, remnant suspicion. Wait, remnant? Yes, suspicion. As they crept away until they all saw fit to turn and forget about our presence. Chillass is still here, okay. One by one they vanished, until only Chillass remained. He stared at Alan with a flat expression before speaking. You need to figure out where you stand, Alan. Then he turned and followed his new master. Soon we were alone, and now we could breathe more easily. Each of our faces were dire and troubled, but we didn't need to say anything more. Our stares conveyed more than enough. Alan went to gather his belongings while Jimsar kicked away the remnants of the campfire. I gathered our things and strapped on my backpack. Umbral are ahead of us, and we can no longer get to Ion's Road before them. As much as we would have liked to hope, despite the circumstances, our convictions held firm. You say that. We will not give up on that dagger. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. I always have such a hard time blending, like, yellows and things to make the skies look like this. Like, it's so hard. Like, I never know how to, like, layer the paint to get it to do that. I'm also just really bad at using, like, yellows and things. Like, it's bad. Painting's hard, guys. The next few days were dark, though not as lonely as I had feared they would be. I used to attempt to paint. That was a thing way in the past, while still in school, you know. I tried like a little bit after I graduated, but like it just never works for me. I don't know. Paintbrushes never like behave the way that I want them to. Like I feel like I'm screaming at the paintbrush. Many travelers and caravans pass us going south as we are headed the other way. Oftentimes I would feel like they were fleeing from a coming disaster just above the horizon, while we were being drawn to it like a moth to a flame. The north was getting colder, and each day it seems like there is less and less green to spot among the landscapes. Winds began to cut at my whiskers, making me tremble through the evening. I will need heavier clothes if we are to approach the winter lands. How are you holding up? Digital paint is easier. It is and it isn't, because like I find it harder to blend digitally than with physical paint. That was one thing my professors liked from my painting classes, is they were like, you're really good at blending gradients, but layering and like making like doing that kind of shit, like this kind of shit, I was always really bad at. So I could make like a base layer pretty good on a canvas, but like doing anything more, it was always like it was hard, guys. It's hard. I'm fine. He wasn't. Ever since the confrontation with Genma board, he's been our he's been as sour as a puss. Before we left, he had gathered the broken pieces of his sword and put them back into his scabbard. When he woke up in the morning, I saw him staring at the leather, almost as if he was hoping by some miracle it would have repaired itself overnight. Painting stream next stream. I don't have a camera, so no. Also, that I would have to buy more painting supplies, because I kind of... I ran out of white somewhat recently, or like I'm almost out. I'm that kind of person that typically just like, when I was painting, I would just have like white, black, red, blue, and yellow. And I would just mix all the colors myself. So I ended up going through those like pretty quick. Digital painting. No, I actually don't understand how it works digitally. It's a new... I've never been... I'd have to actually, like, learn that, and I don't feel like learning anything. Though it's, no more useful than a knife, he still carries it with him and keeps it close at all times, even when he goes to sleep. Can it be repaired? No, not when it's broken in 2 pieces like this. Can it be reforged? I said it in a prodding way, though he didn't offer a reply. Maybe Alan's magic can help. Alan, is it possible to fix a sword with magic?
Like Jimsar said, it's possible to heal the metal, yes.
Don't bother. I will manage without it for now.
Well, I do not have the functional training to do that much repair regardless. You would want a specific kind of pervader to help you, a carver. But even then, the results would not be satisfying. Use magic to reshape metal will not give you the required balancing and core strength to make it an effective weapon. I'm afraid the only way to reach that quality would be to employ a blacksmith.
There has to be someone who can help in one of these villages. A couple of days later, we did find a blacksmith in a small hamlet at the edge of the forest.
I'm not doing this.
But why? It would take... Wait. But why? It wouldn't take too long, would it? Besides, we're staying here overnight.
I'm not taking a few days to reforge a sword, Remus.
It takes at least a few days to reforge a sword. Yes, I got there. Maybe you could find a replacement.
Yes, but not here. Craftsmen in small villages like this one do not make weapons. And even if they did, I would not trust their skills. Leave it until we get to Iron's Road.
The rest of our journey was uneventful, despite our fear of wild beasts and umbral. Once we got back to the main path that connects to Skyus and Iron's Road, there was little we could worry about. We had to worry about. We passed a few villages every day, and every night we were able to find shelter at an inn. Jimstar had finally finished off his crackers, and now he was less hesitant to partake in our meals. That had helped to brighten up his mood. Whenever he went off to forage, I would join him. He taught me which mushrooms were poisonous, and which ones needed careful handling, and which ones were safe. I grew to enjoy spending my evenings with him, and and he was eager to accept my company. Despite a broken sword, he continued to swing around that stub of his throughout the evening, and I would watch him as he trained. Would that even help? Like, if it's broken in half, like, it's no longer properly weighted, right? So, like, I don't know. That seems off to me. Like, it almost seems like he should probably use a stick instead. I don't know. Ah! Whoops. That's fine. On one occasion, he offered to teach me how to defend myself. Don't I need a weapon? If you carried a weapon on you all the time, then I would teach you how to use it, but you don't. So there's no point in sharpening that skill. What if someone comes after me with a sword? You run. Doesn't matter if you're the best fighter in the world. A sword beats an empty fist every time. But if you're forced into a corner, you shouldn't give up. Come here. No. He grabs my wrist. Oh. And puts them into the correct position. Let's say someone comes at you while like this with a knife. Take one step here, yeah? Then grab him like this and push him away. 1, 2, 3. See? If you do it right, they'll land on their ass. Now you try. Even though his lessons ended up giving me some bruises, it was worth it just to see a bit more perky than... To see him a bit more perky than usual. Are we gonna wrestle with Jimmy? Yes? A welcome distraction from all of our shared troubles. The journey lasted 5 days. It was past noon when we arrived at our destination. Oh, what a cute small town. Oh my god. I like this one far more than the super small village that you see in like part 3? Yeah, in part 3. Or was it 4? I don't remember. But it's nice. I'm so bad at like buildings and things. Like even with regular drawing, like barring painting, like buildings and shit, I've never been like, I just don't have the patience, you know? Ions Road. The town lay on the wooded hill, with harsh stone buildings ascending along the zigzagging main path of its namesake. I could spot a bustling activity right up to the peak of the distance. In the distance, is that place up there part of the town?
It is, and we're only seeing half of it right now. There's even more on the other side.
Is it all that one long winding road?
Principally, yes. There's a long way to go if you want to cross, though. There are alleys and shortcuts, but I expect we won't need them. See that large building on the right? That is the Hennel House, where the auction is being held.
I assume it's that one? Yes, okay.
Looks fancy.
As we approached the entrance, I could already spot a couple of Pervaders walking about with sigils on their necks and arms. Locals cheered in a nearby tavern. A hammer struck an anvil beyond a corner. Bells rang at the feet of the lute player, who danced to the tune of his own music at the corner of the marble building. Nope, stop. No. Okay. A man pulling a cart down the road, carrying hides, furs, and a child. Its wheels rolled against the hard orange, pink stones that paved the street. It didn't take long until we reached the first bend, and there it was. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Wow, it's so much taller up close, almost like a church. Oh, someone has like a small greenhouse. That's adorable. The house was surrounded by a small green garden, shaded under the canopy. A small winding path led us through. As I walked, I leaned down to down to touch a small white flower, and I felt it snag onto my finger, confirming my suspicion. This is the same kind of plant as those in Valgron. Pervaders like to grow these things, whatever they are. Ooh. Ooh, I like this one. I love this blending. What? Oh, I'm also bad at color choice, but that's a whole nother story. Like, I find it so difficult to figure out what colors make things look like light. If that makes any sense. Like light shining through something or on something. Like, I don't know how to get that, like, shine. Entering the hall reminded me of the first time I saw Alan in his shop. An earthy, refined, and ageless scent permeated the air, circulating in a gentle draft. Several people were lounging or passing through the hallway. The hall, yes, hall. A few of whom had sigils on their exposed parts of their body, though I guessed the rest of them, to be pervaders, too. Is this like a sanctuary?
It is a gathering place for pervaders, but it is not a home, nor is it meant for aspirants, seekers, and members of many guilds come here to deal in businesses.
Do pervaders live in town?
Yes, shellmen and pervaders are effortless neighbors around here, much like in Boristia, yeah. Hopefully it will stay that way for many years to come.
Fallen? Do we know him? Has he shown up already and I just forgot the name?
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
A honeyed voice called to us from the other end of the hall. Whoa! Well, he looks nice. We all turned and saw that it belonged to a tall canine figure. He greeted us with an oily smile. His ears were latched onto Alan as he approached. At his side was a boar dressed in gilded robes. Oh, he's cute too. Oh, he's got a gut.
Allenby.
He drawled the name with affection. Yes.
Fancy meeting you here. Oh, Fallen. It is nice to see you again. Aye. My word. It's been so long. Too long. I had nearly forgotten about you. I'm ashamed to admit. What are you doing here? I was about to ask you the same thing. I'm working as aid to Mithril Van Cleave, my new master. He is one of the organizers of this month's auction. It's been held in the quarter hall. Being held in the quarter hall tomorrow evening, and I'm assisting him in the proceeding.
Oh, he's got like a little bit of extra fuzzy here. Oh, that's cute.
Truly.
Alan turned to nod at Fallen's friend.
Well met, Mithril Van Cleave. Excuse me, my manners are so confounding these days. This is my friend, Mithril Aldrich, not Mithril Van Cleave. I see. These are my traveling companions, Remus and Jimsar.
The boar gave a courteous nod.
Pleasure to meet you, Allenby. Remus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Allenby, Remus, and Jimsar.
Gotta say it the Kingdom Hearts way, you know.
Alan, please. You may call me Aldrich, as well. Sanctuary, younglings are too eager with the labels. Mithril. It seems to wish you into your place. At times, away from one's better qualities. I have no idea. I have no need of it. Nay, do not look for offense where none is given, Aldrich. People just appreciate being appreciated. There is nothing wrong with that. Years of hard work and study deserves a little bit of recognition, does it not?
The boar smiled, back at the canine.
That it does, Mithril Fallen. That it does. Fallen, may I ask a favor? Of course you may. I'd like to speak with Mithril Vencleve. My master is quite busy today. What is it about? It's a long story.
Then I will have to shorten it for him, once you tell me.
I am here out of desperation. We've been traveling north for the past 2 weeks from Chariot. There was a mythical explosion. A Nightingale dagger with a powerful enchantment shattered and killed a few people. It harmed these 2 boys and afflicted them with a curse upon their bodies. I believe it to be fatal. Oh my. We're looking for a cure. And what do you need from me? There is a Nightingale dagger on the auction catalog. I see. So, it seems to be the same type of dagger. I need to take a look at it, please. Let me meet with the master and plead our case. What do you expect to find? I want to. Hopefully, glean a cure out of it. You're not sure.
The canine scratches his chin and cringed.
Oof. My master is very,
Auster?
He may agree to that, or he may not. I'll pass along your message. Fallen, this is a matter of life and death. Please, you must let us speak with him.
Auster? Okay.
He won't listen to you, and he'll be angry if I interrupt his meeting. I'm already late for my own appointment.
Can you do anything more to help us? Is there anyone else we could talk to? Like the collector themselves?
Certainly not. The mistress is still in mourning of her late father. I will not offend her with petty requests.
Petty? Alan gleamed at Jimsar to seduce him. Once he took the hint, Alan continued.
Our condolences to the lady, but we do not mean to offend. Believe me, I do sympathize with you. Alas.
It's terrible that she lost her father, and I pray that she manages to overcome her pain. Though, if the lady knew why we were here, perhaps she would find some solace in helping others avoid death. He gave a slight smile, though his eyes were unimpressed.
I might be able to find you a seat at the auction, if you'd like. We're not here to bid on your trinkets. Take us to the dagger. Let Alan take a look at it, and then we'll be on our way. No, I cannot do that. Please, friends, all is well. I shall be your messenger to Mithril Vencleve. Be thankful that we stumbled into each other today, or else you wouldn't even have that.
Alan sighed.
Have you seen any Umbral activity around here the past couple days? Umbral? I do not think so. Why?
We met with their leader on the way here. He and his gang are after the dagger as well.
And they're responsible for that explosion. Interesting. Well, they're more than welcome to attend the auction, just as any other Pervader, of course. Oh, I must make sure the leader of Umbral has a seat. When are you meeting with your master? Later, tonight. Can you see me afterwards? Perhaps. I'm likely to be out of commission for the rest of the night. Let's meet in the morning. We should be available then.
Alan sighed.
I'll be here in case you find a chance to meet me. Thank you, Fallen. It's no bother at all. I hope you'll enjoy the auction. Alan, Aldrich, now if you'll excuse me, I need to meet with a few enchanters. Enjoy your visit.
The canine turned tail and hurried out the door, leaving us with the boar. He smiled as he watched his friend depart, though he rolled his eyes back at us.
I'm sorry to hear of your troubles. Thank you. How do you know Fallen?
Well, we got acquainted during an excavation project a couple of years ago. He was an aspiring seeker at the time, though his trial was unfortunately short. A bit too loose of a fellow for our kind of work, if you don't mind me saying. Yet, I am thankful that we met. He was kind enough to invite me to this little event today. You're a seeker?
I am. Nightingale lore is not foreign to me.
Your story is intriguing. Is there any way I could help?
Please, if you know anything about Nightingale blade enchantments, I would appreciate your wisdom.
And Nightingale weapons are not my area of expertise. Yet, I will gladly share with you all I know. However, the catalog mentioned that the dagger contains a black enchantment. That does not bode well. What? Nightingale enchantments are very varied. From tools of labor to weapons of war, many of them seem to cause some very dangerous effects, as if they were trapped. But we assume that all of them are meant to be useful. A Nightingale wand may be designed to levitate an object, but it may also be designed to set aflame the thief that lays hands on it. Nearly all Nightingale enchantments are trapped in this way, with no obvious means of gleaming their proper use. There are three categories. A white enchantment is one that is not trapped. A gray enchantment is trapped, but the trap can be easily avoided, so that the wand may be used safely. Lastly, a black enchantment seems to cause nothing but misery. They are cursed, if you will, like that dagger. We believe all enchantments are either white or gray enchantments, meaning the black enchantments are ones that have an unknown but useful purpose. Indeed, many black enchantments have become gray enchantments over time, as we learn more about the old world. That is why we are seekers. Have you seen the dagger? Oh, so it doesn't matter? You ask it anyway? Fuck me. Not this particular one, but I am aware of this kind of cursed dagger. It causes a veiny affliction upon your body, does it not? Yes. Sadly, I do not know of a cure, and I do not believe one is known to exist, but we will try to look into it.
Alan, I must go deal with some private business for now, but I shall return within an hour. Meet me in the library at the other end of the hall, and I will tell you what I know. I appreciate the help, Aldrich.
The boar nods again in his courteous fashion.
Remus, Jimsar, I wish you good health.
Wait, what? Sorry I didn't praise your reading of names like this Kingdom Hearts. I was busy making art. I posted in the Furry VN channel. Oh, okay. No, Josh, wait to see F when Fallen comes back. You know what you want. What? It's fine. He turns away and Abel's away. Wait, he turns and Abel's away. Whatever, it's fine. Alan took a step forward and gathered our attention.
I will remain here for the rest of the day. Might meet some old friends that can help. Otherwise, I will have to keep pestering Fallen, and hopefully he will have a change of heart. In the meantime, I want you two to go out and find a place for us to sleep. Take this coin.
Take this singular coin. He places a pouch in my hand.
Come find me later. Understood.
Sure, I'll just call you on your cell phone to find out where you are. And Jimsar and I nodded.
Be on the lookout for Umbral. I'm sure they got here before us, and that means they have the upper hand. Go on, away with you.
That's so rude. Jimsar shook his head as we left. He sighed loudly once we were outside and alone. Everything all right?
You know what I think.
I know. Let's just have a little faith in Alan.
Sure.
Thankfully, there was an inn in short distance up the road from the Hennel house. After discarding my backpack in one of the rooms, I met with Jimsar outside.
Are you going back to Alan?
Not yet. Why? Do you want to do something else? Josh, you don't know how phones work. I mean, facts. It's fine. Take this penny. Get yourself something nice. It's fine. It's fine.
I'd rather avoid the place. The friend of Alan is already too suspicious. If he learns I'm a watchman, that might ruin our chances. I'll take a look around town and see if I spot anyone familiar.
You still need to replace your sword.
That too.
I'll come with you.
Are you sure? Won't you miss out on stuff with Alan?
He can handle things there. If Umbral are around, we should stick together.
Well, all right. 2 eyes are better than 1.
Wouldn't that be 4? You mean 4 are better than 2? Okay.
Yes, what I said still applies.
We stare off on our little Umbral trip by going up the street even higher. This is like climbing a mountain. Why would they make a town like this?
It's too bad. Living here must keep your legs in good shape.
Every day is leg day. Imagine if there's only one blacksmith in town, and they're on the other side. Thankfully, a local shop had pointed us in the right direction. We were told the closest ironmonger, was near the entrance to town, at the end of a small alleyway. I half wanted to go up further and see what the place looked like from up high, but I guess that will have to wait. The place was dark and hot, and stank of sweat and dirty metal. Jimsar had picked up one of the swords and was looking it over, while the ironmonger answered his questions.
10
Leons? Leon! I always thought it was funny when Ashley would just shout for Leon in Resident Evil 4. You know how it is. Uh, it's fine. Leon's? Wait, Leon? Like, Fane, stop. That's spoilers.
Aye. Are you sure you can afford it, laddie? I can. Show me another.
The Ironmonger point at a few other pieces.
All of these are much the same as the one in your hands. You must have something better. Perhaps, though, I ain't sure you can afford it, boy.
Yeah. I'm not choking on anything, I swear. Jimstar brought out a few ballars from the inside of his coat. The pocket of his coat.
There, see? I can afford it. Are you happy now? Aye, little sir.
Little?
No need for rough attitude. Let me fetch my best sword for you.
The Ironmonger left. How much are you going to spend on this?
I want a good weapon, not a wobbly toothpick like these pieces of junk.
He waves dismissively at the weapons on the table.
This might have been a bad idea. Wish I could have requisitioned
Yes.
One from the watch.
You're not spending more than a bowler on this, right? That's too much already. Requisitioned? Requisitioned. Requisitioned.
Don't judge me. I need a good weapon.
The Ironmonger returned with a prettier blade in hand. I'm trying, okay? No, I don't need the voice call for help. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's hard. The Ironmonger returned with a prettier blade in hand. It had a honed edge, was slightly longer, and had a sturdier grip and crossguard. The steel itself was brighter than the other ones. Helping makes things worse. Fane, don't say that. I'm not helpless. I swear. Jimsar shook it in his hands, grabbing the edge with a cloth, and inspected the length of it.
This is more like it.
He's smiley boy.
Aye. Of course, sir would appreciate the craftsmanship. Made from the finest steel I have. How much?
The Ironmonger licked his lips and cocked his head.
2 bowlers.
I nudged Jimmy boy side. I'm not letting you pay that much for it. Let me take a look. He knows I'm not an expert, but I need to try. The blade is crocked and chipped all over. How can you sell this for 2 bowlers?
You'll find no better steel elsewhere on the road.
Steel, perhaps, but craftsmanship, sir, this is not worth the price. 1 bowler.
I spent a week on that thing. I ain't giving it away like that low. Then name a better price. Fine, let's say 1 bolar and 20 leons. Make it 1 and 5. Be kind, kid, laddie. I worked hard on this piece here. Some of my finest work. Let it be 1 and 17. 1 and 10. No more than that. I shook my head and sighed. Come on, Jimsar. Let's try another shop. Sure. As we made to leave, the man finally caved in. 1 and 10 bargain for the little lord. Take it, please. Both of them seemed pleased with their exchange, as they traded wealth and weapon. Blessings, sir. Come again. When you need repairs. You should just Discord stream every recording and have 4 of us screaming out words when you can't say them. That sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds awful. I want these streams to be legible, like, as videos, for the most part. By the way, I am saving and going back to the main menu. Because it's about an hour and a half. It's all good. I did save, right? Yes, I wrote it. Yeah. It's fine. Watchable, yes. That sounds like a terrible idea to have voice call on a VN. I do it during the drawing streams because, like, I'm doing a thing. And so at least having other people there is entertaining to watch, I think. I hope. I'm sure it is when Ian gets horny. But it's fine. It's fine. We haven't become password streams yet. Wait, we didn't... Oh, right, we did do that on a password stream a couple times. Yeah, we did. We could all voice different characters? No! That sounds terrible! And because of the stream delay? Nah, we ain't doing that. We not. No. None of that. No, we don't do it. When your issues kick in. Issues? What do you mean issues? I don't have issues. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. That's why you Discord stream it too, and no delay. I don't think my computer's good enough for that, Kenta, I'll be honest. It already kind of dies when I screen share using Discord. I can't imagine running a game, streaming it on Discord, and doing a YouTube stream at the same time. I think my computer would melt. Like, if I get enough funds to buy, like, a good laptop, then maybe. But not right now. We don't do it. Fane, it wasn't that bad. I was reading a tutorial. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll end the stream to run away from my own embarrassment. I'll see you around, everyone. I hope you had a good night and enjoyed the stream. Goodbye.